everyone, I wanted to share with you this vintage Bohemian journal that I recently made. So I took a book and gutted it, and I tried a new to me type of stitching. And I'm just showing you some of the cover elements. I did a 3D cover with lace and a little bezel. I cut out a gypsy and made her kind of a floating gypsy and covered her in beeswax. There's a peacock feather. And then on the inside covers, I used some DCWV Once Upon a Time paper. And then you'll see throughout the journal, there's lots of coffee dyed papers, tons of ephemera. I did a lot of die cutting for the tuck spots and used an edge punch to make a lace edge on the papers. There's also lots of stamping, and I use Lindy's Stamp Gang, so you'll see a fair amount of shimmer. I wanted to keep it looking very vintage, so the shimmer is not over the top. I used some stamps to make that embellishment there on the right. And then you can see the stenciling in the background. So just giving you a close-up look at the backgrounds of the pages there and the ephemera. And I tried using ephemera that I didn't have in a lot of my kits. I wanted this to have a really original feel with things that I hadn't worked with before. That little piece on the left could be used as a bookmark or a journal tag. And you'll see some papers from my kits. I used different gypsy kits from the shop to mix it up. And on a lot of the die cuts, I used my jelly plate, so you'll see this kind of almost tie-dye effect. That's actually a Pam Carricker stamp that I used to make a piece of ephemera on the left. There's a little belly band that's been embossed, and I used some of the Finnabair metallic waxes to color it, along with some acrylic paint. So there's definitely a lot of embellishing in this journal, but also space for writing. I always try to keep plenty of space open for you to add your own writing, your own photographs, or bits and pieces that you want to add to your journal. That's a magazine cutout there. And then I used some clip art, and I was inspired by the Tim Holtz paper dolls. So I cut out quite a few vintage women to kind of act as paper dolls in this journal. That was something new also. I'm just showing you there that die cut can also be a tuck spot. You could put a piece of journal paper there or something, tuck an envelope in there or something like that. And more collage paper and stenciling. And I left some of the die cut tuck spots open so that you can put in your own stuff. And just about every piece of ephemera I edged with either vintage photo, distress ink, or black soot, just to give it kind of a framed look. There's another bit, that stamping, and then I cut out that stamp and sprayed it with coffee spray and Lindy Stamp Gang. Just showing you some of the stamping and that little moon die, or not a die cut, clip art. More collage papers. And some larger pieces of ephemera that of course you could take out and journal behind. And all the pieces of ephemera are blank on the back so that you can journal on them or add whatever you like. You could glue down some stuff. And included are some tarot cards from different collections. Another stamp that I cut out and misted with the Lindy Stamp Gang. I almost actually used that piece for the cover, but decided I wanted a different looking cover, so just included it as a large journal card. And almost all of the stenciling in the background you could write over with a ballpoint pen or pencil or something like that. Not all of it is distress, but the shinier ones are a Momenta set, and I experimented with writing over it, and some pens will write over it and some won't. But I tried to make it so that there was still plenty of writing space, like I said. That's one of my favorite dies, is that elephant die in the background there. This more stamping and stenciling. And now we're at the end of the journal. So that is the walkthrough. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like more information on the journal, I do have it listed in my Etsy shop. I'll have the link in the description box. Oh, there's the polymer clay piece, or excuse me, it's a resin piece made from a mold. It's a medallion that's on the binding of the book. So if you have any questions, I'd love to hear them. And again, thank you, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.